I've put together a montage of scenes that I think are really interesting when you go back and you look at them within context of the big reveal that we had in episode 6. I am specifically picking scenes with answers that we have already been given. If you have not watched all of the first 6 episodes of The Nevers, you do not want to watch this video. This brings us into episode 3, Ignition.
Maybe just... Okay, let me check. You stay here.
Rewatching this scene was really funny because in episode 6, we constantly see Stripe Zephyr trying to get the morphine and get more morphine and get more drugs.
Can I have my fiend back?
And give me back my morphine.
Fuck.
And in this moment, she's like, yeah, sure, I'll take some opium because she can't resist. We all knew that this one was weird when it first aired. You know, Amalia is sitting in her room and she slaps herself. This is a whole hint at the fact that it's not her body, that she doesn't like her body. She thinks it's too small. She thinks it's too tiny, that she cannot fight in it. It's all there.
Oh, and I created Melody.
You know you didn't. You made a difficult choice.
She doesn't know that. I still hardly remember her. Makes it worse somehow.
Once again, another hint to the fact that, you know, Amalia made Sarah into Melody because she gave her to the doctors, because she told them that she was the one with the mission, and that the worst part about it is the fact that she does not remember, that she remembers in that moment that we just saw in episode 2 that I went over, that it was a nothing to her. She needed to get out and she needed to do what she had to do, and she thought she had to do it. She didn't think that she was going to create a monster in the process.
She's a killer, for Christ's sake.
I'm a killer.
You're a soldier.
This is a huge hint to the fact that Horatio knows that Amalia is a soldier from the future.
Is there a song you'd like, Mrs. True?
None you'd know. But keep playing.
None you'd know. It's because she's from the future. They would not know any songs that she would enjoy listening to. Does this one need any more explaining?
Penance Adair, have you just invented the amplifier?
Ah, you gave it away.
Now this one, I just have to prop myself for a little bit because I kept being like, I think Amalia's from the future and she's actually getting enjoyment over the fact that Penance can kind of invent all of these things, and instead of being like, oh, you invented the amplifier, she's like, oh my god, you invented the thing that I've used my whole life. And this is another thing that when you know that True is from the future, and specifically that Penance knows, this makes so much more sense. Not that it didn't make sense before, but it's fits. You know what I mean? It fits.
3 years ago, I woke up knowing things that I shouldn't and was declared insane, which for a time I thought I was. So yes, I keep secrets.
3 years ago, she woke up knowing things that she shouldn't is a very light way of saying, I woke up in the wrong person's body and I'm aware of what's going to happen in the future and why we're here, why we have these crazy powers, why it's a little different than it was before, but I know. You know?
Oh, you do go back a ways. We all do. Except I don't remember you so well. Although there was a black in a doctor's coat, which I thought my mind made up.
So Horatio is invited into Melody's carriage, and she says these lines. This is obviously because Horatio was a doctor at the mental institution that Sarah and Molly were both a part of. Obviously, Sarah would remember something like that, especially in a time period that was Victorian England.
Did she realize she could never give you what you wanted? Or did she find out I was?
I was drunk. I was blind drunk.
The first time, Frank. You were drunk the first time.
Obviously, this is the answer that Frank is gay.
I think you blame her for something she couldn't control.
Horatio outright says it, that Sarah blames Amalia Zephyr, for something that she does not control, or that she did not control. And that was just, what we saw happen, that Amalia was like, I need to get out of this mental institution, and just kind of pointed the gun at Sarah and said, no, it was her. Go after her. She's the one.
Get a hansom to the orphanage and take grandmother with you. You need fare?
No. I've got money. It's not from stealing.
I put this scene in because when Amalia realizes that Lucy is the one that is betraying them and that is responsible for Mary being killed, she says, oh my God, you clean my room and you can't even make your bed. How did I not know? And the fact that you say that you have all this money and you didn't steal it to make us think that you steal it. She has all this money because she's being paid by Lord Masson.
Christ, it was all already there. The questions, the absences, the money you swore you didn't steal, so we'd assume you did.
No, I wouldn't try to.
I know you wouldn't. Frank, I didn't mean it. As a gentleman, I know that you wouldn't. But also as a man.
I literally just put this scene in here because I have one friend that was like, I didn't even realize that Frank was gay. They didn't draw that much attention to it. And here you go, bitch. This is literally it. The entire subtext here is like, you're gay. I know you wouldn't have sex with me. Tune in for next episode where I go into the foreshadowing in episode whatever it is. Thank you guys so much for watching. Think about subscribing and commenting about the foreshadowing that you might have seen that I might have missed, or things that I did not comment on. Tell me what you loved about the Nevers. If you're feeling a little bit spicy, please think about liking this video, subscribing to my channel, following me on Twitter, maybe checking out my Patreon, donating to my Bitcoin wallet if you just want to show support for the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one.